Hello YouTube, we're going to redo one of our old black blade knives. We'll put some pictures at the end of what this knife was. It was a Guideman. That's aluminum. Kind of nasty, it's not too corroded. We're going to take the finish off here. We're going to use some 500 wet dry. Then we're going to go straight to 1200. So we've already sampled it. Like I said, we don't care about scratches. We want it to just be shiny and clean. We're going to try to take this out. Sorry if my breathing's heavy. My sinuses are acting up so bad. Do not ask me why. Maybe it's because it's just so nice outside. I've been having allergies. Not a cold, but allergies. Okay, anyway. Oh, there we go. Take a deep breath. Here's my kit, which I'm sure my regular subscribers have seen. Here's all the little parts. These are those little spacers that go between each side. That's your liner for your liner lock. Basic. They're all the same. Almost all lock blades. These screws were stripped. Do not ask me why. I do not know why these screws were stripped. I had to take a small needle nose, vice grips, and this to get these screws out. This is not going back on. We're cleaning this up because we want to use it in the house. We do not have a decent paring knife. We've bought a few here and there. This is only a 3-inch blade. Don't have a decent paring knife in the house. So this may get buffed. Don't quote me. This may get buffed down to aluminum and take all that camouflage off. It may get polished or something. I'm going to see if I can take this out so I can work on it. I'm sure they're just pressed in. So we'll find out. If I ruin it all well, I'll still get it open. I'll grind a groove in here or something, a thumbnail groove, to open it. Because you can't flick this cheapy thing open with your thumb anyway. Believe me, I carried it for a while. So it was in a Sunday in the Shop video. I looked it up to where I snagged the pictures. Expressions I use. Snag, took, found. Okay, enough yak. I'll bring you back when it's all done. There might be a few clips where I show you some things in between. So stay tuned. Okay, quick before and after. We haven't done the 1200 grit yet. And go this way. Got some stuff blocked up here. Some tape on here so I don't chew it up. And this pulled apart with, I'll have a picture again, pulled apart with a vice grip on the other side and I chewed it up. I'll be able to get it open. Or I'll grind, like I said, I'll grind a thumbnail nick in it with Dremel. I had to have it out there to do the blade. There's no way you can get around it. So, back to work. Okay, we got our steel plate. We have some wet dry sandpaper on there to lap this. It's kind of hard to see this knurling on here. It's kind of gaudy. It's like gooey looking. Here's what it's taken off. See how it wears down the knurling. But I'm going to leave that on the edges. Because one side was kind of beat up and pretty scratched on here. So that's all we're going to do. We're going to take it down like that. See if we can get back here and focus better. There you go. You get an idea before and after. Like I said, in all our pictures what this knife looked like when it was new. So it's not really shiny, you can tell. But I like it better. Even with a glove on. That's just rough feeling, just a little smoother. And there's the blade so far. You're never going to get it perfect. I said it's going to be just a work knife. Going to end up being a kitchen knife. So you'll be able to wash it and sterilize a little better. Probably could okay with that Teflon coating or whatever that stuff is. But okay, back to work. Okay, we better show some assembly. That's your pin where it locks back. See how them are sculpted, whatever, fancy. That's the side where the liner lock goes. Kind of tricky. This one's pretty springy, but of course you have a washer goes on either side of the blade. And this only goes in one way. Your screw goes in the back side and your pin goes in the side. It is not a locking pin. Somebody's had a square on them. Man, you talk about getting dirty, all the stuff I've done today. Excuse my filthy hands. I was even outside sawing on a tree that the tree guys are going to take out of my backyard, a mulberry. I was even out doing that. Anyway, don't get sidetracked. These insides are scrubbed with a Scotch pad. Yeah. I think I'm going to like this look. It looks worn. If you look, I took some 1200 grit to it. It's going to be scrubbed in the kitchen sink with either stainless steel wool, or, well, you know, steel wool, but it's the stainless type, or a green Scotch pad when I wash it. So that's how to be clean, like this. This will be scrubbed so many times. There's lines in there, how they manufacture the blade. But I'll be able to disinfect it. But I got my bad habit to eat my salami, beef stick, stuff like that, you know, small things. And I got 2 paring knives. I grab them, and I made like a little cardboard sheath for it, so it kind of sits off on the counter, off on a little spot. This will be a little better. Be able to close this up. Close this up and set it on the shelf or something in the kitchen. Probably have more fun using this than a paring knife. I mean, I can go buy cheap paring knives all day long. I got one for the Dollar Tree I'm using. It's got a razor sharp edge. Be careful playing with the stuff, sanding it. This is razor sharp. It might not look like it. It might be kind of nasty looking at it. It'll slice your finger wide open. That'd be a good time to sharpen on the knife sharpener when it's out of there. So it's 500 and 1200. This was 500 when I wet sanded it. I scuffed it with some 1200 to kind of put a shine to it. But it's not very shiny. It's going to dull. As soon as I washed it with water and wiped with the rag, it was already looking dull. Enough yak about that. Like I said, you're just going to put your washers on either side. Put this in. These are just held with my finger. Tighten these as tight as you can. Because you want to take this back apart. You do not want this spinning. You're going to end up sticking an those pliers or something down inside the knife. So try to get these tight. The side that's going to stay on. So there you go. We'll get this together. Then we'll be done. Okay, somewhere along the line, because I talk so much, my battery died. Go ahead, make those. Anyway, there you go. Take a couple of pictures. We're done. Thanks for watching. Hope this wasn't too boring. Just take an old pocket knife and clean it up. So, said I'll have pictures of the actual package and everything this looked like when I bought it. So, thanks for watching.